So I'm going to break down the process that I use to enter this trade. So you can replicate this for your own strategy and see the process behind why I'm a full-time trader and have been for nearly a decade. So first things first, what I want to do every single time I get a sell is treat it as though it can be a potential for me to hop into. Even though I might be thinking with all my experience, hey, I don't want to hop into this trade. Because it's not about what you know, it's about executing a system that is proven. That's what my strategy is. It's worked over 6 years. I've never gotten underneath 40% returns in a year, and the reason why I'm able to capitalize on that, pass so many accounts, make so much money, for me personally that is because I follow the process. So even though there might be a sell, there are certain things why I wouldn't hop into a trade. Now, this is super important. If you've got a strategy where there aren't reasons for you not to hop in, either you've really optimized an amazing indicator, well done, or you haven't thought about the strategy enough. For example, there's 3 market conditions: trending, consolidation, and ranging. Maybe you have a strategy that works in both, but it's very rare that you've got a strategy that works in all 3. Why? Because consolidation is so different to ranging, which is so different to trending, and so on and so forth. It's saying that you can bake bread in 100 degrees, 200 degrees, or 300 degrees. It's completely separate, and they act very, very different. In fact, it would be better to say, I can bake bread in an oven, I can bake bread in a shoe, and I can bake bread in a door. Let's go with that. It's the same thing. Consolidation is sideways movement. Ranging is up and down and up and down and up and down. Trending is down or up. So different. And that's why, even though I have a sell here, there are reasons for me not to hop in, especially because I follow a trend trading strategy. If you don't know what market your strategy works in, then you need to go back to the drawing board. But let's get back into it. So this sell here, let's go onto it. Start a new one so we can see it fresh. You can see that I've entered into it, but that's okay. So what I would do here is run through my checklist. Now, I'm not going to give you my exact checklist, but it's got to do with news, stop loss size, it's got to do with is it trending, and that's what I'm going to have here, right? So I know that possibly, especially using this really good path tool here, I've got a W. Now usually what that means, if you buy into that sort of stuff, the Wyckoff theory, is it's going to come down, it's going to shoot up. Wyckoff theory is good, but by itself it kind of falls on its ass. You need other price indicators in there, you need price action to look at it as well, right? But what I'm looking at here is possibly double bottoms and maybe double tops. What does that tell me? It tells me that it could be ranging, because again, what is a range? Up and down and up and down and up and down, right? You could have it as a W or an M, whatever. So, double bottoms, but I don't have double tops for multiple reasons. So I know that it's not ranging. Is it consolidating? No, we formed lower low, lower high, double bottoms. So, if that's happening, it's trending. Great. Is my stop loss size fine? What do you think about this size on a 2 hours? I think that's pretty good. And is there any news coming out? Well, the news is ages away. Cool, I'm going to hop into it. Guys, that is it. That is the process that you need to execute every single time. Even though it can be an ugly trade, even though you could be looking at it in a certain way, you go through that process each and every time. Now, why didn't I hop in here? Well, it's 5 a.m. So I didn't manage to hop into that particular one here. Why didn't I hop into here? No, it's 7. Funnily enough, I had a lie in. So I managed to hop in a little bit higher than where it was here. But I'm still going for that 1 to 2. I've still got my risk management in there. Guys, it's simple. It's a quick one. It's one to remind you of what you need to be doing each and every time. And that's my trade broken down. It's not crazy. It's not hard. There aren't a lot of steps to it. Yet it nets 40% year on year on year as a minimum. And it's that easy. The indicator allows me to look at this every single time I have an alert. If we go into the logs over here, it will be the exact same thing if my internet decides to not be a pain in the ass. Okay, we finally done it. For example, had one the other day, Great British Pound AUD on 2 hours. You can see I have a much better, I guess, list of things that I'm going to be doing. Is stop loss within range, news events, has it been trending, what we talked about. I've even got some definitions of what ranging is, what highs and lows are, and consolidation. So if I came over here and I found, wherever it is, this buy, and let's go through it again, right? Break down this trade. We have a higher high, a higher low, perfect, but has it been trending for 24 hours? No, it hasn't. So I can already see that. What would my stop loss probably would have been? 77 pips. That's huge on the 2 hours. Is news coming out? It's over there. And that's what you do. Even though it could look like a really good trade on paper, well, technically it's a lower high. You have to go through it each and every time with your checklist here. If you don't have your checklist and you don't go through your process, even though all my experience already told me from a glance, hey, it looks like we shouldn't be hopping in it, I go through each and every one of them and I tick it off time after time, because humans can make mistakes. But if you go through your checklist and you physically have to go, is it within range? Let me check. Where's the news? It's over here. Has it been trending for 24 hours? Let me check. You go through each one every single time. That's how you break down a trade. That's how a strategy becomes mechanical. If it's mechanical, it's consistent. If it's consistent, you get money year on year. Yes, I make changes, but I don't have to make that many. Anyway, that's what we have at this current period of time. So I hope you enjoyed that, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.